A late-night gas explosion has caused significant damage to some sections of the iconic National Arts Theatre in Iganmu, Lagos State. The Director of Public Affairs for the Lagos State Fire Service and Rescue, Amodi Shakiru, who provided insights into the situation, revealed that a gas cylinder which exploded late night was the cause of the fire. Now, he noted that efforts are underway by the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service to contain the spread of the fire and prevent further damage within the National Arts Theatre. Remarkably, this marks the third fire incident reported in the last 7 days in Lagos State, emphasizing the need for heightened safety measures and vigilance. Now, News Central correspondent Omolola Ololade joins me live from the scene of the explosion for more on this. Hello, Omolola. Thank you so much for joining me at this time.
Thank you. Good morning, Dashen.
Good morning. All right, so can you tell us how extensive is the damage caused by the late-night gas explosion at the National Arts Theatre?
Okay, so first of all, you know that the National Theatre is a national, monument for Nigerians and Nigeria as a whole, and anything that happens there would, automatically generate eyebrow. But getting here, we found out that it was not inside the National Theatre. It was not even some sections of the National Theatre. We are, as you can see, I am at, what used to be the remains of a gas depot where the, fire happened. It is not in the National Theatre. Yes, because of, how close it is to the National Theatre, most people felt that it was inside the National Theatre. But contrary to what is trending online, it didn't happen inside the National Theatre. It was just behind the National Theatre where the fire happened.
All right, Omolola, it's quite refreshing to know that it didn't happen inside the Arts Theatre itself. But, what section of, you said it's close to, it happened close to the theatre. So what section, if you can actually show us so we can actually see, what section was affected by the explosion last night?
Okay.
We can actually see you standing in front of a burning section.
Yes. As you can see, I'm in front of what used to be a gas depot. So if you can look around now, you would see that you can see different gas cylinders that are being exploded. This is because it used to be a gas depot, and over the night, I think one of it, which had little gas or some gas in it, exploded, and it caused the fire. As you can see, you see that just right behind me, they said there were 4 cows or about 3 cows and 2 goats that were affected. Fortunately, no lives were lost, but just some animals and people's properties were affected. Just behind me there, you can see some people butchering cows and rams, and those were the ones that were affected. Just about 4 cows and then of course 3 rams that were affected here. But if you can look around, you have about I don't have the exact figure, but I'll say about over 20 gas cylinders were affected here.
All right, this could have actually easily happened when, you said it's a gas depot, so obviously people go there to buy, a gas for their cylinder and all that. This could have easily happened during the daytime when, people go to buy gas. And, but thank God it didn't happen that way. But can you tell us what exactly triggered the explosion? And from what you've seen, at the scene, would you say it is a safe spot for this kind of business?
Yes, getting here, first of all, I didn't know that a gas depot like this exists at the back of National Theatre, which means that if you ask me, this is not a place where this should have been, established in the first place. Looking at the location of where it is behind a place like the National Theatre, and on getting here, you find out that there are no safe. I don't know. There are no safety measures put in place. Probably by the owners of the business or even those around here. So it's easier for the gas to have happened. And I heard that one of the gas that caught fire must have been the ones that were expired. So it just affected everything. And before and because it was late night, thank God it didn't affect people. Probably because, like I said, it was late night. But of course, it affected some goats. And that is why, like you said, that's why I mentioned that it's not a proper place for this kind of business to be established. Because why would you find some cows and goats and very close to a gas depot in the first place?
All right, Omolola, from the information that you've gathered, what can you tell us about the effectiveness and also the efforts of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service in containing and preventing further spread of fire in Lagos State and, when it actually exploded last night at the theater?
So for the Lagos State, rescue thing for fire, they were very fast. They were prompt. From the information I gathered, when it happened, I think it happened at about 10 p.m. and before 15-20 minutes, the fire operators they were here and they were able to contain the fire, because if not, it would have been it would have extended to what we know as National Theatre, like people thought it was. But luckily for us, unfortunately enough, they were able to contain it as swift as possible.
All right, well, thank you so much, Omolola Ololade, News Central Correspondent, for joining me at this time to give us an update on the gas explosion that happened at the National Theatre last night. Thank you so much.